lot of times you're hearing that manufacturers are not, and you are.
Yes.
And that's what I just want to share this with everyone out there, because I am so inspired by what you're doing. What are you seeing, and what are some of the critical conversations or courageous conversations that you're having?
Well, and first, I just want to thank you for having me today. I really appreciate being invited to be a guest, and certainly to be able to talk.
Sorry. Oh, no problem. We can start over. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's no, you're good. You're good.
Okay, you can start now.
Oh. Okay, so they've been seeing us talk. Okay, I love it. This is what happens when you go live. This is it, exactly. So now you can all hear us again. So if you watch that first part of the video, don't worry. When it goes on YouTube, they're going to take that part off. Okay. So, but right now live, hey, I'm glad you stuck around. So my name is Heidi Ellsworth, Roofers Coffee Shop. We're here again live from the International Roofing Expo, and I'm here with my amazingly great friend, Thank you for being here.
No, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to chat and share what I see, what's going on.
I love it. Well, yesterday when we did our sneak peek, we went by John's Manville, and Jennifer and Jenny, I call her Jenny, Jen, or Jennifer.
I go by
all three. So, yes. And I always tease her. We went by and we looked at the booth, talked a little bit about what was going on in the industry, but you and I have had a lot of conversations. You inspire me so much, and I look up to you because you have courageous conversations all the time, and there's a lot of manufacturers right now who are not doing that, but there's a lot that are too, and John's Manville is one of them, and you are having some amazing discussions with contractors, and really I want you to share that. We want to hear about that.
Sure. And first let me say, you guys being on that side may not see what's going on this side, and it is a little bit slow here, but it also, what I'm seeing is that people want to be together, and outside the show floor I've seen we had a reception last night and we had over 80 people show up.
Wow.
And in our key customers that we work with every day, so it's been a great turnout from that perspective, and that's why JM opted to be here. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little scary knowing that people might throw eggs at us if we were in our booth. As a matter of fact, one of my ideas this year was, instead of having a golf simulator, I was going to have a dunk tank. And if people needed to take their frustration out on somebody, they could, take it out on me and Tesha Kroll. And she agreed to do it, but then we opted out of that. But, talking about tough conversations, I've had to have a number of them. Our entire team has. And, really what I have said to our customers is, I'm not going to give you the best answer, but the most important thing to me is trust and honesty in any partnership.
Yeah. And
I've literally had some people say, "Hey, can you take care of all these projects? If you take care of all these projects for me today, I promise you I'll give you 100% of my business next year." And wow. While that sounds very exciting, right?
Yeah. Wow.
If I said yes, I wouldn't be authentic, I wouldn't be sincere, and I certainly wouldn't be honest, because there right now is we don't have the ability to rob Peter to pay Paul anymore. We're getting, quite a bit less of the raw materials we got in the prior years. So what I tend to do is say, hey, we're partners. I may not be able to help you with 100% of your stuff, but let's sit down and have a good conversation of key projects that we can work together on. And when we do commit to those, we follow through on those commitments. And it's important as a partner that we are following through on those commitments.
Yeah. I love that. I was actually at Eagle View and in charge of sales when in 2000 or 2010, 2011, when all the hurricanes hit.
Yeah.
Right. And Eagle View was a small company. It was still delivering, but it was like everyone wanted an Eagle View report that year, and we had to do allocations, and it was hard having those conversations. It was really hard because you want to take care of everybody, not just the big companies. You want to take care of everybody, but you have to do it in certain ways to put it out there. It's not an easy place for you on the sales side or the company overall, manufacturer overall. So what are you hearing back from the contractors when you have those kind of critical conversations?
Well, and this isn't funny, but it is kind of, we've been referring to it the 5 stages of grief.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay,
You
yes.
go through denial. And I think there was a lot of denial. People felt, because a lot of our customers are loyal. So they're not doing business with the other manufacturers out there. So they're like, JM, you're messed up, right? What's going on? Because we're not perfect, by the way. And at the beginning of this, we didn't really handle things perfectly.
Yeah.
We had to take a step back. We pulled everything offline. People just wanted communication. They wanted to know when they were going to get their material. And we weren't perfect in the beginning, right? And I feel like we're getting into a rhythm. But, what contractors are saying, I think they're now into the acceptance phase, and they realize that we're all in this together. And, the finger pointing was there initially, and now they're like, hey, let's get together. Let's have these tough conversations.
Yes.
So help me have these tough conversations with my owners. So JM put a number of communications together where we went to our suppliers who put us on allocation and got their permission to share their force majeure letters.
Oh, nice.
With our roofing contractors. So the roofing contractors could share it with their general contractors and their owners to say, look, it's not me as a contractor, right? Because they were getting blamed.
Yes.
And
all the way down.
So, we've just tried to communicate. I feel like everybody has now accepted the fact that we're in this together as an industry, and they just want that communication, and that's all I can keep reiterating. It's about communicate,
right? And honesty. And authentic. Being transparent as much as you can be. So you're here, and you had 80 people at your event last night. That's just amazing.
Yes.
All right. And the contractors who are here, what I've been hearing is good discussions.
Yes.
So you have more time.
Yes.
It's not as rushed. I mean, I know we all want to have like 1 million people in the aisleways and stuff, but that's what I've been and that's what we've been seeing here too.
And we're getting a lot of, just positive feedback that we're here. Our CEO, Bob Wimbolt's here, and our president of our division is here, Joe Smith.
Love it.
And, to your point, there are fewer people here at the show, but that really enables us to have a really good conversations with the folks that are here, and have that intimate kind of conversation and be able to connect with our key contractors out there. So it's all about taking advantage of, when an opportunity presents itself, it's the whole turning lemons into lemonade, right?
Exactly. Well, and we really like to do that at Roofers Coffee Shop. So, and if you want to know more about Jennifer, more about Johns Manville, just know that Johns Manville is on the Roofers Coffee Shop site. They have a directory. They have had some great coffee conversations. Training has been your big thing this year, and they have done. Jennifer and I just had a webinar just last week.
Yes.
And so be sure to watch it, because there's so much wisdom that Jennifer brings. I think wisdom, thought leadership, all the things you do for the industry. Thank you.
You are so kind. Thank you.
Thank
and
you.
And you do so much for the industry.
It's just because I want to hang out with you. So thank you again for being here.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I love it. And thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for our wild schedule, because guess what? Coming up next, Breakthrough Academy with Danny Kerr, and we're going to be talking to him in just a few, so don't go anywhere. Get a drink and sit down.